Hiya! Business owners, shackle breakers, courageous business owners that journey to break free from being chained to your business, being chained to the pandemic. Okay. So let me tell you a story about the time I newly joined BNI. For those of you who doesn't know BNI is the world's biggest referral organization where we pass businesses, where members give businesses to each other. So I newly joined BNI. I got laughed at for being a crybaby for addressing out of integrity in my group, and that actually laid the seed for me to find my own chapter, to found my own group. That became the history in the making as the first BNI chapter in Thailand to ever receive the Kickstart award. And I went on to pick up the award with BNI's founder, Dr. Ivan Meister. I was shared about BNI by my cousin's husband. I went as a visitor some 12 years back. I saw the mechanism at work in the meeting, and I was so excited that I quickly asked to apply. Like what I saw was that it actually induces honor amongst its members. So on the day I took my oath of honor a few weeks later, I shared in my speech that one member already gave me more than 2,500 US dollars of businesses from outside referral. So in effect, that paid for my yearly fee about 3 times over already. I was excited, I was exhilarated about what BNI can do to my life, my future. And boy, was I in for a rude awakening. At that time in Thailand, there were around 12 or 13 chapters, and 2 or 3 were English speaking. I joined the English speaking from the perspective that my clientele then were diplomats and foreigners visiting Thailand. Little did I know that the group would see BNI as some kind of a dictator. I don't know why, like conversations like BNI isn't my father was common in the group. Rules and regulations were for show, and procedures were mostly about lip service. The season for changing leadership team came along, and I took the opportunity to run for president to alter the climate that was persisting in the chapter. I had an opportunity to make my speech, so I went up and acknowledged and applaud the group for what was working and enroll the group to play as a unified force. And that could only happen if we start following the rules. I was met with cynical sarcasms masquerading as the unwillingness to give up our reasonableness and excuses. So I resigned my membership. I approached BNI Thailand's president and made a request to start my own chapter. He said, yeah, sure, why not? I waited out my 6 months grace period before I can come back to be a member. During the waiting, I was mocked by the members of the old chapter for being a crybaby, for losing out on being president and running away, and how far could this kid, that this kid would never go far. I then started my own chapter on the foundation of integrity, honor, and leadership. We named that chapter The One and accomplished the first Kickstart chapter in Thailand, which means we managed to secure 35 members within the first month. I went to the United States to pick up the award from Dr. Ivan Misner. Thailand's BNI president asked me for the prototype of what the prototype that I used to make the chapter up. So I gave it to him, which supported the opening of new chapters to achieve Kickstart status. So much so that the momentum is now, it's a norm to start a chapter in the 60s and 70s memberships. And just last year, our current president, Kun Kitishet, he received one of the awards for being like our chapter has the highest growth. So why am I sharing you all this? I invite you to look in your own life, where in your life you're terrified to be out on a limb. See if you could take just one small step towards that direction. And if you could take one, see if you can take the second one. See what happens. It might turn into a snowball momentum that give rise to a new history. All right, that's my my what I want to provide, what contribution I want to provide for you guys. Don't give up hope in this situation of the pandemic, right? See if what one step-by-step actions you can take daily that turns towards like you crossing over your fear. All right, take care, have fun, and I'll chat to you later. Bye.